So, Lou, it's great to have you on the phone. It's great to have Live at the Fillmore back in Syracuse, especially on a Friday night coming up next week on the 27th.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it as well.
The Allman Brothers Band is no longer together. We all know that. And components of the band have gone in their own separate directions, whether it's Tedeschi Trucks or Warren Haynes with Government Mule. And now Allman Betts Band have released their own album, so they're doing their own thing. So the place to see and experience the music of the Allman Brothers Band is with you guys. You do it exclusively.
Yeah. People often come up at shows if they're not familiar with Live at the Fillmore, or if they just meet on the street, and they'll ask, well, what other music do you play? And we sort of grin or chuckle and say we don't play any other music but the music of the Allman Brothers Band. We're considered the number one tribute worldwide to them, and that's what we do. In fairness, we do go outside the box a little bit on occasion, and we play some music by members of the Allman Brothers. For example, Duane Allman with Derek and the Dominoes. We'll occasionally bring in something from Derek and the Dominoes. I actually had the good fortune of performing with Bobby Whitlock, the original keyboard player from Derek and the Dominoes. He also co-wrote Layla with Eric Clapton last year. I did a show with Bobby and his wife Coco Carmel as a trio, which was a real treat for me. And we did some of their original material, and we did some of the songs off of Layla, including Layla. So that's the exception to the rule. Is we'll sometimes play something that a member or members of the Allman Brothers Band recorded, and we might extend that a little bit further as time goes on. We might do some things from the Duane Allman discography, which is very extensive. I mean, as a studio musician, he's on a ton of hit records.
Lou, one of the things I always like when I see Live at the Fillmore is the fact that you guys cover such a comprehensive collection of the early days of the Allman Brothers Band. And in fact, I've seen the Allman Brothers dozens of times, but there were certain periods of time in their career where certain songs weren't represented due to the lineup of the band at the time. But you guys really cover early days right up on through.
Yeah, we've got the personnel to do it. There are 7 guys on stage. Baron, who plays acoustic guitar and harmonica and sings mainly the Dickie Betts vocals, is there to play the ace deucet harmonica parts and cover some of the acoustic guitar parts on the solo or the studio recordings. We're equipped to play anything that the band has in its discography. And
the name of the band, of course, taken from Live at the Fillmore, the iconic double album set. You guys do a lot of stuff very similar in nature to how it sounds on that album.
We've actually gone and listened to recordings of ourselves. The first time we played at Daryl's house years ago, Daryl Hall's club in Pawling, New York, in Hudson Valley,
right,
was recorded and videotaped. And after that show, we went into the studio with Pete Moshe, who's the production director there, and he does all the production for Hall & Oates. And there was an Allman Brothers tune playing in the studio. And Rick, our other guitarist, said, "Pete, what Allman Brothers show is that from?" And he was being absolutely sincere. He wasn't being facetious. And Pete said, "That's you guys from tonight." And I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to brag, but there are many, many times when we listen to recordings or videos that people have posted from shows of ours on YouTube and whatnot, and until a certain part of the song comes up where either I'll hear my vocal or one of the other guys' vocals or an instrumental part that I know is one of us, I can't tell. I can't tell if it's us or the Allman Brothers Band. And I think that's probably the biggest compliment that I could pay ourselves is when you fool yourself and you don't even know that it's you and you think it's them, that's you know that you're playing the stuff with a degree of authenticity that's pretty much spot on.
Well, I know Central New York loves the music of the Allman Brothers Band, as evidenced by like I said, numerous times that they've played through this neck of the woods, and so it's always great having you guys come back around Friday, coming up on the 27th. We're looking forward to seeing you once again down at the Westcott Theater. So what time showtime?
I believe it's 8 o'clock. That's typical. I hope you're going to be there.
I'll be there for sure.
Okay. There's a couple of beers waiting for you on me when you get there. Or whatever else your poison is.
Yeah, we'll celebrate together. But, Lou, thanks so much, and we're looking forward to the show coming up on Friday.
My pleasure. Thanks again for having me on, Dave.